Hi guys, welcome to our Chilli House walkthrough. Today is the 7th of July 23. Let's go have a look and see how things are getting on. Folks, weather's still been pretty crappy this last week or so, pretty warm today but still fairly wet and windy. But let's take a wee look around and see what's happening. We're going to have a look at the smaller plants here first. So the Birchaloka or the ghost pepper is really coming on now guys. It's filled the pot, it's double the size it was last week. Same again here with the Carolina Reaper that was not looking too hot a couple of weeks ago. It's really coming on leaps and bounds. So these two aren't far away from being potted up in the final pots, so that's good news. And this guy here, I think it's a paprika. I lost the label of it earlier on and it was in real bad shape, got badly sunburned too, but it's really coming back to itself this last few weeks. So let's take a look around at the other stuff and see what's going on. So my peri-peris, they don't look too happy, but there's a lot of new growth, so they're coming back to themselves. But strange plants. I have a feeling they might have been crossed with something, the seeds that I received. I mean, if you look at it here, some of the flowers have 4 leaves, some of the flowers have 6 leaves, which would tell you that we've got a cross of some nature and it's maybe an F1 or F2. But the good news is, I don't know if you can see that in there, we've got some peppers coming through. Same in the other guy here, we got some peppers coming through, so we'll keep an eye on them and see how they're going to get on. Over here in the corner is the brain strain yellow, so this guy's continuing to grow and it's nicely branching out and bushing out. We've got a few wee pods starting to come here in the top. I don't know if you can see in that there. I'm still in two minds whether or not to pluck them, as we're into July now and it takes several months for them to come, but I'll keep an eye on the plant to how big it's getting, and if it starts to stunt its growth, I'll pop them off. Carolina Reapers, so this is the guy I popped up a couple of weeks ago into the big pot. It's really coming on now, it's starting to come into itself. And these are the other two Carolina Reapers. No pods starting to develop just yet, which is good because I want this to get a whole lot bigger. I want plenty of them to come out. And the corner here is the Trinidad Scorpion Orange. So on this one we've actually got quite a lot of pods starting to develop in there. You can see that. I'm going to let them come on as I'm kind of keen to get some early super hots if possible. And then again I have 2 other scorpions down here that are a lot further behind, so by the time this guy's finished harvesting, these two should hopefully be coming into themselves. Then next we have the Scotch bonnets. So this wee guy started to develop some pods, but I've been plucking them off because he's just too small yet. Same with this guy. You can see in there lots of new growth, but again it's starting to develop pods, but it's just too small as of yet to even be able to hold them, so I'll continue to pluck them off for another wee while. Then we go to our Burmese Nagas. So this guy's really coming on. Again, it's looking like it's starting to throw some pods, so I'm going to have to pick them off and let it get a bit bigger. However, this guy here doesn't seem to be coming on as much. Now he was potted up the same time as the other one we looked at there, but he's only really kind of half the size. So I started to give it less water than the other plants and less feed to see maybe it's been overwatered and that's stunting its growth. But saying that, there's another one that's been in its final pot for a while and he ain't much bigger, so maybe it's just the type of plant. As I say, I'm new to this, so you kind of get to learn these things as you go. So next up we have our 7-pod chocolate large. So one of these guys is really coming on compared to the other, and it is again starting to throw some pods. So on this plant I'm going to allow them to come, as I'm eager to taste these ones as well. I've never tasted them before. And this one I've been actually picking the pods off as I want it to get a bit bigger before it starts to throw some fruit. And then finally here in the corner we have our jalapenos. So these guys have really come on leaps and bounds and they're throwing pods everywhere, so hopefully in a few weeks time we should start to see the pods starting to develop and we'll have really good harvests from these. I'm really happy with the jalapenos, so it's nice to see. So that's where we are for now guys. So during the video there, believe it or not, the sun's starting to come out, which is great because the more sun the bigger the plants get. So guys, remember, like and subscribe, tell your friends. I'll see you again next week.